guys? So I'm just going to get started with the first question, being what will I offer the spring 2014 WInC team? And I think the short answer is basically everything that I think I provided with the 2013 fall WInC team. Those being a willingness to grow as both a person and a facilitator, a desire to become as good of a facilitator as I can possibly be, my unique set of skills and style of facilitation, and a willingness to seek and receive constructive criticism from others, as well as give that constructive criticism from myself to anyone who may want it. Now, if I'm invited back onto the WInC facilitation team, I'll definitely want to remember two specific instances from this semester. The first being an awesome U.S. race relations dialogue I had with Amanda about this point 6 or 7 weeks ago. It was a really cool dialogue to be a part of, and we knew that as it was happening. We were just clicking very well with our facilitation. We were asking them challenging questions, and they were really hitting home, and they were willing to discuss it and think about the things that, we had come in to talk about. And we could see it during the dialogue, them questioning their own actions and their own thoughts and their beliefs, just critical thinking about the things that they did on a day-to-day basis related to race. And it was really easy to see, and we had been really successful at building rapport. They were really comfortable in sharing with each other. They were really engaging one another and asking their own questions after a little while. And just everything was clicking, and you could tell that we had done a great job, and that it was just being a really effective and successful dialogue. But it really hit home was after their checkouts. Typically when everyone gets up and leaves and lets the facilitators check out themselves, they stayed and they continued just to have the dialogue. It picked up right where they left off, and they bring up new topics. Amanda and I didn't even, that was like that for most of the dialogue, Amanda and I didn't even have to bring things up. They were willingly, after a little while, questioning, critically thinking themselves, really. And it was just an awesome thing to witness. And we eventually just told them, we got to do our own thing. You guys, if you wouldn't mind, this has been great, but we need you to get out of here. And they all went out to dinner together, and we're continuing the dialogue, which is really the epitome of what we set out to do, what we want to accomplish. Get them to critically think outside of Pond Laboratory, and they were doing it, and it was just an awesome thing to watch. And that was something I definitely, as long as I'm working with WInC and even beyond, I definitely want to remember, because even if I wasn't a member of the WInC team, just seeing that many people just question things that don't normally get talked about and question their own behavior, it was an awesome thing to witness. And then the next thing I definitely have to go with is my first international dialogue that I actually facilitated, besides being a super participant, which was an Iran dialogue. And it was also another cool dialogue to be a part of, but for a different reason. It was just awesome to be a bridge in between the U.S. citizens and Iranians, and whereas Iranian citizens may be able to see the U.S. culture, it's not that way around for the U.S. And as a result, you see a lot of misconceptions about Iran and about Iranians from Americans. And it was awesome to be able to knock those down and get American students to really see what Iran was like and what Iranian people were like, and how, I guess, basically how we're all people. And there's a lot of walls that really stop people from seeing that other people are just people. And it was awesome. It was an awesome feeling to really see that I was helping knock those walls down. And I definitely also want to remember that for even beyond my WInC experience. And for the last question, the end of the spring 2014 semester, I'll be able to look back and say I feel really good about this semester, because really the same things that I'm saying right now for the last semester. It's just I gave it my best shot, I gave it my best effort, I grew as both a person and a facilitator, and I think in some way, even if it was just a tiny one, I made a positive impact on the world, and that is very important to me. But those are my 3 questions. Sorry I ran over the 4 minutes. I did what I could.